Welcome to GST Solution. My name is Rusik Desai. Friends, in our today's video, we are going to discuss the provision with respect to deductions of TDS under GST. All the provisions with respect to deductions of TDS are prescribed under Section 51 of CGST Act 2017. The provisions for deductions of TDS was already enabled in the CGST Act 2017 by Section 51. However, those were not made effective. White Notification number 50/2018 dated 13th of September 2018, the provision with respect to TDS has been made effective. So in our today's video, we are going to cover who are eligible to deduct the TDS, whose TDS is going to be deducted, when this TDS will be deducted, by what time this TDS will be deposited to the government treasury, in which forms this TDS will have to be filed, which returns has to be filed, and what document will the deductor will issue to the deductee for deducting the TDS. So subsection 1 of section 50 says that notwithstanding anything contained, the following are the person who are required to deduct the tax. Let us have a quick look on what are the person who are eligible to deduct the TDS. So clause A of subsection 1 of section 50 says that a department or establishment of the central government or the state government, B, any local authority, or C, government agencies. Three categories are specifically defined, and it has been said that these persons will be eligible to deduct the TDS at the rate of 1% of the suppliers of any goods or services wherein the value of a single contract exceeds 2,50,000 rupees. Underline the words the value of a contract. It means if your contract is of 5 crores rupees and your each billing will be of less than 50,000, in that case also these TDS will be liable to be deducted, because the provision says that when the value of contract exceeds 2,50,000 rupees, it does not say that the value of invoice exceeds 2,50,000 rupees. So if your contract is above 2,50,000 rupees, then the government organizations or the PSU or any local authority, or as the person as may be specified or notified by the government, will deduct TDS at the rate of 1% from the payment which is liable to be made to you. Category D is also given, wherein it has been specifically stated that government may on the recommendation of the council specify other persons who will be eligible to deduct such tax. Now these persons has been notified. White Notification number 50/2018, wherein it has been says that any authority or a body or any other body set up by an act or a parliament or any establishment of the government with 51% or more participation by a way of equity will also be eligible to deduct the TDS from the net payment made to the supplier when the contract value exceeds 2,50,000 rupees. Apart from above, any society established by the central government or the state government or the local authority under the Society Registration Act 1860 or any public sector undertaking, these persons will be eligible to deduct the TDS from the payment made to the supplier, and the condition which needs to be fulfilled is the contract value should exceed 2,50,000 rupees. Further, the term local authority as defined in clause number B of subsection 1 of section 51, that is local authority, is also defined under section 2 subsection 69 to include a panchayat, a municipality committee, or a Zilla Parishad or a district board, any regional council or a district court, any cantonment board as may be specified in section 3 of Cantonments Act 2006, a development board constituted under 371, and a regional council constituted under 371 of the Constitution, that is Article 371A of the Constitution. So these are the local authority as defined in section 2 subsection 69. If you are entering into any contract, if the supplier enters into any contract with local authority also as may be defined, in such a case also such local authority will be entitled to deduct the TDS at the rate of 1% from the net payment which is made to the supplier. Now on what amount this TDS will be liable to deduct it. Say for example, if my invoice value is 1,18,000 rupees, bifurcation of which is 1 lakh is for the taxable supplies and 18,000 is the 18% IGST. So, is the TDS, that is 1%, which the PSU is deducting, will be on 1,18,000 rupees or only on the basic amount, that is 1 lakh. So the law says that it will be only deducted on the basic amount excluding the taxes. So in our case and in our example, the TDS will be deducted on 1 lakh rupees, that is 1% of 1 lakh rupees. Now, after deducting the TDS, what the deductor has to do? The deductor has to deposit such amount of TDS which is deducted from the amount made to the supplier in his monthly GSTR 7 return. This monthly GSTR 7 return which needs to be submitted on the GST portal by the 10th of the next month following the month in which the TDS is to be deducted. Say for example, if there is a TDS deduction at the rate of 1% from any payment made to the supplier in the month of April, then the deductor will have to deposit such amount of tax and file the return under section 39 by the 10th of the next month. In our example, the 10th of the May. Similarly, after furnishing the return under GSTR 7, a deductor will liable to issue a form GSTR 7A, which is a TDS certificate on the basis of which the deductee will be able to take the credit. Friends, once the deductor will deduct the TDS and will deposit it into the government treasury, the same amount of TDS will be reflected on the deductee's portal. Deductee will have to accept such amount of TDS on his GST portal. After accepting such amount of TDS, which is reflected in the electronic cash ledger of the deductee, such amount will be credited to his electronic cash ledger, and the supplier, that is the deductee, will be able to utilize such amount of TDS or cash in offsetting his output liability for any subsequent month. Now, what are the cases in which these TDS deductions will be eligible? So friends, there is a small proviso which is given under section 51 which says that the TDS will be liable to deducted in all the cases. However, there is only a one short exception in which these TDS will not be liable to deducted, and that is when the location of the supplier and the place of supply is in the same state and which is different from the location of the recipient. Then in such a case, such amount of TDS will not be liable to deducted. Now one may question as to why this is so. Friends, if the location of the supplier and if the place of supply is in the same state and the recipient is in the another state, say for example, if the location of the supplier and the place of supply of the supplier is in Gujarat and the recipient is located into Maharashtra, then the recipient will not be able to deduct the local taxes of Gujarat as he is located into Maharashtra. Hence, in such a cases, TDS will not be applicable. That is, deduction of TDS will not be applicable. So friends, this is a total overview of section 51, that is tax deducted at source under GST. I hope you find this video very informative and useful. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thanks a lot friends.